What if I told you that your life won't change just because you're well behaved? Millions of people are trapped in an invisible routine. They strive to appear correct, to fit in, to not cause trouble. But inside, they feel empty, frustrated, and, above all, far from their purpose. God is not impressed by your good behavior. What truly moves heaven in your favor is when you decide to fulfill the purpose He placed inside you. And yes, that purpose is not small, it's not comfortable, and it definitely doesn't fit inside a mediocre life. In this video, you're going to discover the secret that separates those who merely survive from those who prosper by fulfilling their destiny. So hit like, subscribe to the channel, and comment, "I'm ready to fulfill my purpose." And if you know someone who needs to wake up, share this now. Don't keep to yourself what could save someone else. You can have impeccable conduct, you can follow all the rules, but if you're not living your purpose, you're wasting your time. Society applauds the one who looks right on the outside, but heaven responds to the one who aligns with their purpose on the inside. Imagine an eagle walking among chickens just because it wants to fit in. It can adapt, yes, but it will never fly the way it was designed to. That's what happens to thousands of people who live by others' expectations and not by the design they carry in their hearts. Fulfilling your purpose is not about seeking approval. It's about obeying the inner voice calling you to more. And when you step into that purpose, everything changes. Doors that were once closed open, people who drive your growth start showing up, and prosperity stops being a goal and becomes a consequence. God is not looking for well-behaved robots. He's looking for the brave who act with purpose, and you were born for that. Tell me who you walk with, and I'll tell you where you're going. It's not just a popular saying. It's a spiritual, mental, and emotional law. The people around you have the power to accelerate your purpose or bury it alive. Some associations are like fuel to your calling, but there are also companions that are like wet cement. They paralyze you, cool you down, and drag you under. Listen closely. Not everyone who walks with you is qualified to rise with you. If you want to elevate your life, you need to examine your circle. Imagine you're a balloon full of potential, ready to fly, but you're tied down by strings representing toxic relationships, negative people, friendships without vision. No matter how hard you try, those strings keep you close to the ground. Now ask yourself, who is lifting me and who is tying me down? The right association has a multiplying effect. Being near people who are already at the level you want to reach pushes you to grow, makes you uncomfortable, and expands your mind. And this isn't about using people, it's about alignment. If you walk with the wise, you'll become wise. If you walk with the mediocre, you'll stay mediocre. Even if you have extraordinary potential, surround yourself with people who confront you, lift you up, challenge you, because those are the ones who push you to fulfill your purpose. People don't fail because they lack talent or opportunity. They fail because they give up too soon. Imagine a miner digging for emeralds. He works hard, day after day, sweating, bleeding, enduring fatigue, and just when he's inches away from the treasure, he gives up. He walks away, drops the shovel, and leaves. You know what happens? The next person who shows up, who digs just a little further, finds the gold. That's how life works. That's how prosperity works. Most don't lose because they lack ability. They lose because they lack persistence. The problem isn't the size of the dream. The problem is the resistance to frustration. Every shovel hit counts. Every small effort in the right direction brings you closer, even if you can't see it. But the human mind, programmed to seek comfort and avoid pain, starts shouting, "This isn't working. This is too hard. Maybe it's not for you." And if you listen to those internal voices more than to your purpose, you'll walk away just before breaking through to your treasure. Persistence is digging a bit more when no one else wants to. Persistence is moving forward when everything inside you wants to stop. Persistence is believing the gold is there, even if you can't see it yet. The greatest treasures are always hidden behind the strongest resistance. Your worst enemy is not outside. It's within you, and it has a name: internal resistance. The human brain was designed to protect you, not to propel you. It's programmed for survival, not for conquest. While your heart cries out for expansion, purpose, and fulfillment, your brain seeks safe zones, familiar paths, and minimal risks. Have you noticed? Every time you dream big, your mind starts firing alarms. That's dangerous. What if you fail? Better stay where you are. The mind wants you to survive, but your purpose demands that you thrive. And here comes the great challenge: to train your mind to stop being a guard dog of fear and become an ally of purpose. Imagine your mind is like a watchdog. If you don't train it, it'll bite anyone who gets close. But if you train it, it can protect your house while you go out and conquer the world. Overcoming internal resistance is not about ignoring fear. It's about recognizing it and acting despite it. It's about telling your brain, "Thanks for trying to protect me, but I'm in charge now." Every decision you make in the direction of your purpose is a direct blow to that resistance. Every small act of courage weakens the voice of fear and strengthens the voice of destiny. Prosperity isn't for those who feel no fear. It's for those who choose to move forward even while trembling. You won't conquer a new level of life with the same mind that's kept you stuck. You need to reprogram it. You need to break the old circuits that sabotage you every time you try to move forward. And how do you do that? With discipline, not with fleeting emotions, not with pretty quotes, but with firm actions that rewrite your internal programming. Let me give you a simple but powerful example. If you hate okra, start eating okra. Not because okra is magical, but because every time you do something your mind resists, you're teaching it who's in control. Discipline is not natural. It's a muscle that gets stronger with use. Every time you do something you don't want to do, but know you must, you're building a mind obedient to purpose, not to pleasure. It's like training a wild horse. At first your mind will resist, kick, make excuses, but if you stay firm, one day you'll see that wild horse running in the direction you choose. And then, my friend, you'll start winning invisible battles. Battles most people never fight, because they choose comfort over conquest. Want to change your life? Start by mastering your mind in the small things, because those who win in the small are destined to win in the great. Not everyone who smiles is your ally, and not everyone who applauds you wants to see you grow. If you want to reach fulfillment, you need to develop a sense of discernment sharp as a sword. Discernment isn't about judging, it's about identifying who adds and who subtracts, who pushes you toward your purpose, and who pulls you away from it. Some people speak beautifully, tell epic stories, but their fruits are rotten. Don't evaluate people by their words, evaluate them by their results. It's easy to be deceived by appearances, but a tree is known by its fruit, not by the beauty of its leaves. Observe, are the people around you producing real results? Do they live what they preach? Do they bring you closer to, or farther from, your purpose? Discernment in associations isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. If you connect with people who are hungry for purpose, your fire ignites. But if you connect with those infected by mediocrity, your vision fades. Protect yourself. Not everyone deserves access to your energy, your dreams, your process. Surround yourself with people already walking in what you want to conquer. The quality of your associations defines the speed of your destiny. You weren't designed just to be rich. You were designed to be whole. Fulfillment isn't just having money in the bank. It's having peace in your soul, strength in your character, love in your relationships, and purpose in every step you take. Being whole means mastering the 12 areas of your life: emotional, financial, spiritual, family, physical, intellectual, professional, social, recreational, cultural, contributive, and purposeful. When you're whole, you don't need everything to be perfect to feel okay. Your peace doesn't fluctuate with circumstances. Your joy doesn't depend on external approval. Imagine a mighty building, solid, built on rock. Storms can come, winds can blow, but that building doesn't move. That's what a whole person is like. Problems can strike, crises can come, but their foundation is deeper than any storm. And listen, fulfillment isn't passivity, it's not resignation, it's conquering inwardly, so you can conquer outwardly. A whole heart is an unstoppable heart. When you make fulfillment your goal, financial wealth becomes just one of many manifestations of your inner prosperity. Because in the end, what good is a mansion if you're a prisoner of fear? What good are millions if your soul is bankrupt? True wealth starts within. When a plane encounters a storm, what does the pilot do? He doesn't wait for the storm to pass. He doesn't land mid-flight. He climbs. Planes are designed to fly above the clouds, where the atmosphere is calmer and safer, and you were also designed to fly above life's storms. The difference between someone stuck in emotional scarcity and someone who reaches fulfillment isn't the absence of problems, it's the altitude they choose to fly at. If you live stuck in complaining, criticism, and self-pity, you stay flying low, where the winds are more violent and destructive. But if you decide to elevate your mindset, your emotions, and your spirit, you'll find there's a place where the storm has no power over you. Fulfillment is having a pressurized mindset. It's not letting external pressure crush you from within. It's deciding that even if chaos reigns outside, peace will rule inside you. You know what sets an experienced pilot apart from a rookie? The experienced one doesn't fight the storm. He overcomes it by rising above. So let me ask you, will you stay trapped in the middle of the storm, or will you rise to where someone living their purpose belongs? The choice is yours. And your altitude will determine your destiny. A whole heart is not just strong, it's generous, it's merciful. The truest sign that you've reached fulfillment isn't how much you accumulate, but how much you impact others from your inner abundance. When you're full inside, you don't need to compete to prove yourself or step on anyone to feel big. Your internal wealth is so solid that it overflows in generosity, compassion, and love in action. Generosity isn't giving what's left over, it's giving from the conviction that you'll never lack. Mercy isn't tolerating abuse, It's having the ability to maintain inner peace even when others act from their lack. Imagine a mighty river. It doesn't mind if someone takes some water because it knows its source is endless. That's what a fulfilled person is like. And hear this, generosity and mercy aren't weaknesses. They're powerful weapons that raise your vibration, expand your influence, and open doors money could never buy. In a world where most live in survival mode, being generous and merciful puts you on another level of existence. Those with peace can give peace. Those with love can give love. Those who live in abundance can create abundance around them. One of the clearest signs of a fulfilled person is their ability to say no without guilt, fear, or the need for long explanations. Saying no isn't selfishness, it's protection, it's emotional intelligence, it's respect for your purpose and your energy. Many people lose themselves on paths that aren't theirs simply because they didn't know how to say no in time. They accept jobs they hate, relationships that drain them, projects that have nothing to do with their destiny, all for fear of disappointing others. But listen, every yes you give outside your purpose is a no you give to your own greatness. Learning to say no is building a wall of protection around what truly matters. It's understanding that your time, energy, and focus are sacred resources you can't afford to waste. Imagine a beautiful garden. If you don't say no to the weeds, it doesn't matter how much you water, it will be overrun. That's how your life works. Every time you say no to something misaligned with your purpose, you're saying yes to your true expansion. You weren't born to please everyone, you were born to fulfill a mission, and sometimes the most loving thing you can do is to set clear boundaries. The no that brings you closer to your purpose will always be a yes to your destiny. Today you've seen that true prosperity isn't about working harder or behaving better to please others. It's about courageously fulfilling the purpose you were created for. Heaven doesn't respond to empty effort. It responds to obedience with purpose, and prosperity isn't a reward for the perfect. It's a consequence for the brave who dare to live their mission, even when it's scary, even when it hurts. Wise associations, unshakable persistence, mind mastery, daily discipline, deep discernment, pursuit of fulfillment, rising above storms, sincere generosity, active mercy, and the power to say no to anything that doesn't lead you to your destiny. Now I invite you to act. Leave a comment below saying, "Today I choose my purpose." Subscribe to the channel, share this video with someone who needs to hear this truth, and join this community of purpose conquerors. Because in the end, it's not a question of if you'll arrive, it's a question of when you'll decide to start. And today is the day.